Hello friends and colleagues, this is a podcast from the city of Red Deer. If you're wondering where this city is located, no worries, it's essentially situated just as the center of the province of Alberta, Canada. Just between two bigger cities, Edmonton at the north, Calgary at the south. No way to get lost. Please check it out. And I have to mention, this is more from my closest friend that always plan to come to Canada. And every time that they come to Toronto, they wonder if they can catch up with me if I'm around. Man, seriously? Anyways, I'll be your host. My name is Carlos Gambes. And sharing a piece of my background, I'm coming originally from Mexico. I guess you already noticed my accent. As you can hear, English is my second language. So bear with me, in patience, as maybe you'll get some Spanglish words through this audio. So what this project will be about? Why I'm doing this? Let me give you more information about my profession's background. Architecture is my area of expertise, or at least is what I think. I'm a licensed architect in Mexico and Canada, with the ability of practicing here in Alberta and British Columbia. I have 15 years of experience in the industry, and I'm currently working in an amazing firm which its mission, purpose, and vision is straight related to sustainability matters. That's great, as those traits are aligned to my majoring skills, which are a master's degree in environmental resources, a LEED accreditation, and hopefully a passive house designer. The latter only if I pass the test that I just performed. Yet, I'll need to wait 3 months though, to know the results. Don't ask me why, I just rely on Passive House Institute processing methods. That is totally on them. Anyhow, I want to share information about the areas that I just mentioned and see how we can have more understanding about these environmental topics. The process will be simple, I guess. The idea will be interviewing diverse key persons experts in the matter on different industry fields. So what's my purpose? I would like to say that it's merely to be informative. However, my intention is that new generations, youngsters, in student communities, people that are interested in the industry or just starting the endeavor to get new experience in the architectural world, comprehend a bit further what is coming ahead, with the finality to avoid or at least be aware of some common slip-ups, on which, sadly, me and other colleagues in the industry have passed through. And why these situations occur? Well, let's blame the lack of information, assumptions, or just for the sense of false expectations. Hopefully everybody can get the most from it so they can be more prepared when they face a similar or new challenges. So what's the point of all this? Let me tell you. Information, information, information. Again, information is not valuable if it doesn't fulfill a purpose or interest. It's my vision that you get this audio valuable and usable for your own goals and purposes. The core of these audios will be fundamentally to define together the implementation of best practices in the sustainable world, considering environmental certifications related to the architectural industry. So how we can start? I guess with the initial idea to define certain concepts. The ones that I have in mind are the following: best practices, sustainability, and certifications. Let's start with the definition of best practices. So what Wikipedia says. And please feel free to give me your definition if you have any different to the following. Best practice is a method or technique that has been generally accepted as superior to any alternatives because it produces results that are greater to those achieved by other means, or because it has become a standard way of doing things, considering either legal or ethical requirements. Now, what's your feeling when a situation is wrong? I mean, feel as an internal reaction. For example, maybe you are denoting a lot of grammar errors or pronunciations in this audio, and maybe you are saying, man, what's this guy doing? Somebody tell him something. And I'm serious, please do. That is exactly what I want to demonstrate. Have the sense to know more when the practice is done right and when it's totally wrong. Maybe you'll not entirely understand when something is completely right or wrong, but at least awareness is the first step. Then, trying to narrow down the topic, I'm taking sustainability in architecture as the base of how to improve building design and construction. As all architects know, we design for the final user in 5 specific factors: health, safety, accessibility for persons with different abilities, structural fire protection, and environmental separation. The point is to provide the proper planning so these concepts fulfill their purpose and a lifetime, even more, without putting in risk the resources of future generations, so they can do the same. Well, I guess I just defined sustainability. So what regulates that? What is the proper measure? How can it be evaluated? Now let's define sustainability standards and certifications. Again, if I go back to Wikipedia, I have the following. Certifications. These items are voluntary, usually third-party assessed, norms and standards relating to the environment, adopted by companies or agencies to demonstrate the performance of their organization or products in specific areas. These are several standards across the world. The trend started in the late 1980s and 90s, with the introduction of different standards and regulations. Most standards refer to the triple bottom line of environmental quality, social equity, and economic prosperity. A standard is normally developed by a broad range of stakeholders and experts in a particular sector and includes a set of practice or criteria. Normally, sustainability standards are accompanied by a verification process, often referred to as certification, to evaluate that an enterprise complies with the standard, as well as a traceability process for certified products, or in the architectural field, materials. Interesting, doesn't it? Now, which certification we will consider on this series? To be honest, I will name the ones that I have worked on, or at least I am in the process to build skills on, which are the following: Passive House, Net Zero Buildings, LEED, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. So the big question, which one to use? My plan for the following episodes is interviewing selective professional, either certified engineers, contractors, trades, suppliers, urban planners, realtors, and why not end users and students in order to see their point of view in relation to their specific area of knowledge, so they can share their point of view and by this analyze their similarities and differences on these architectural sustainable certifications and evaluate what is the best option that will fulfill customers' needs, also looking at the best practices in terms of either design, processes, construction execution, sequencing, common errors, materials, and product properties, cost effectiveness, maintenance and operation issues and solution, you name it. Let's build the A-team together. If you are interested to explore other certifications, make the suggestion and I will work on including them in this series. I invite you to join us next week. You may find the insight that you are looking for. And please don't forget to leave me a review on whichever platform that you're using to listen to this podcast. Either good or bad. Remember, Mexicans have thicker skin. You won't hurt my feelings, that's for sure. And better yet, if it has some good criticism, so I can learn from it and improve it, that will be even greater. I understand this hasn't been perfect, but it can be better every time. I recognize your time is valuable, and would like you to enjoy this moment with me as well. Also, if you like what you get from this audio, I will recommend you to be the first to share this info with your friends, so maybe they can get something valuable from it as well. Thanks for listening, and let's meet again soon.